Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kat. I am the Nurse Flipper, and today I'm going to show you what we sold on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Etsy. We have a little over $1,000 going out on eBay, and then we have got one Etsy sale, one Mercari sale, two Poshmark, and I'm going to show you them all right now. Alright, so up first, we actually have three linen items. The three of these sold for $33. My cost in is $3. So we're going to make about a $25 profit. They were sold separately, but to the same buyer. So first up is this really pretty scarf. This one was, I think this one was $18, and then the other two I'm going to show you were a little bit less. So when you see these bright bold, the reds and navy blues, I do very well with them, even though that one was not branded. And then she also got two handkerchiefs, this little one here, and then this one with the little flower. This one does still have its original sticker there. So she paid $30 in total for these, $33, and they're going to be about a $25 profit. All right, up next is this Sterling Marlin. This is a Sterling Marlin Coors Light 40-inch blow up. This is my friend Charlene's. This one sold for $25.99. We do split the profit, so it's about $10 each to both of us. Up next, I went round and round with this buyer. I actually accepted a little bit less than I wanted, but I did that to hopefully get more sales. And sometimes if you accept an offer, it seems like it kind of triggers more sales. So I accepted $13 on this one. This one is Dillard's trimming, and some of these actually sell for $30, $40, $50. This one I accepted an offer of $13. I had it at $19. So I only paid $1 though. So it's going to be about a $10 profit. Up next is a Hard Rock Hotel Barbie. Guys, watch for these. They can be big sellers, especially in the box. This one sold in under 2 weeks for $38. Plus, she is going internationally. They paid $30 for the shipping. I only paid about $10 for her, so she's going to be about a $22 profit. And she was missing one shoe. We have one shoe. So that is why she sold for $38. The others like her sell in about the $75 to $85 price range. Up next was probably the fastest sale. This one sold in 2 days. It is Pyrex nesting bowls. We have 3 of them. I got these in a garage sale buyout, so I'm only a few dollars in. They sold for $57.91. If you have the whole set, they sell closer to that $100 mark. So these are going to be about a $45 profit. And again, they sold in 2 days. Hopefully we can layer them. Up next is a Tommy Bahama shirt. We had one last week. We have another one this week. So this one is a 3XL. That is one of the main reasons I got it. I paid $5.99 for this down in Miami. Very colorful, nice silk shirt. It sold in about a week and a half for $29.24. So it's about a $15 profit, and it sold really fast. So again, Tommy Bahama doesn't sell really high like it used to, but if you get a good size and a good print, it does still sell pretty fast. Up next is a mortar and pestle. I actually just got this in. I bought it in an online auction lot with some jewelry that I got for Whatnot, and I already sold something from this lot for $150, so this is really all profit. This mortar and pestle sold for $20, so after fees, it's about a $15 profit. And that one did sell really fast. That one sold in about a week. Up next is The Wedding Singer. This is a good movie. Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore. This one sold for $5.17. I paid $1, but we've had this for 2 years. 2 years for a $2 profit. I'm not really looking to buy any more big DVD lots. We still have hundreds of them. So if you're looking for DVDs, go check out my eBay store. Up next are some of my scrub pants. So after a year quitting nursing, I finally dug them out of my closet. Lynn listed them. This is a pair of Koi. If you do not know, Koi is a really good brand. trying to find the tag. This is what you need to look for, that koi fish, and these sold in under a week for $10. I did them lower. They typically will go for 15 to 20, but they had the cinch strings are torn here. This should be together like this one. So I did them for $10, and I got plenty of use out of them, so they're about a $7 profit after fees. Up next is a vintage Harley Davidson giant button pen. This one sold for $10. I only paid $1. It took about 8 months to sell, so it's going to be about a $7 profit. Up next, this has been in my canning room, which is one of our storage areas, for almost a year unlisted. So I saw it and I was like, this thing should have sold. Looked it up, it wasn't listed. So I brought it in, had Lynn list it. It's Hudson Pewter Noah's Ark figurines with that Noah's Ark ship. And this one sold in less than 2 weeks after it was relisted for $38.99. Honestly, I don't even remember what I paid for it because I bought it about 3 years ago, but it will be, after fees, we will get back about $30. So with us, it's really, really hard because we have 6,000 items listed. If you don't have that many, I would go through occasionally to see if anything might have got delisted by eBay, because that is what happened with this one. Up next is a unfinished quilt. So you can see here the quilt panels. The cool thing about these is they have newspaper. So this was a newspaper pattern, really cool. I picked these up in an estate buyout in Birmingham, Alabama. They sat in my death pile forever. They sold in under a month. 13 of them sold for $55. I'm only a couple dollars in. So these are about a $45 profit, and they sold really fast. So remember, even unfinished quilts will sell. Toppers, things like that. These are just really like quilting squares, and they sold really fast and for pretty good money. So if you see unfinished quilting items, I would consider picking them up if the price is right. Up next is a heavy and big sale. This is a scuba jacket. I picked this up for, it's really heavy. I picked it up for $50 at the thrift store. Took a best offer of $100. I did tell them they're going to have to get it re-inspected because it is scuba gear. So it's going to be about a $30 profit, but it sold in 2 days after listing. It sold really fast. This is another item that has been sitting in my death pile. So we are working through that stuff, and some of it's selling pretty fast after it's been sitting here for a long time. Up next is a Longaberger bread basket liner. Really, really pretty fall foliage, but it's selling in the spring. This one sold for $12. I paid $1. So this one's going to be about an $8 profit, and it sold in just a few months. Up next is a license plate. So the license plate sales are kind of intermittent at this point because the bulk of them that we're going to sell fast did. This one's a New York Empire State. It sold for $15. I paid $1. So this one's going to be about an $11 profit, and it took about 6 months to sell. Up next is another heavy item. This thing's 35 pounds. So this is American Scale Company. I only paid a couple dollars. I'm going to set it down. And that one sold for $35, plus the buyer paid $19 in shipping. It's really, really heavy. It's a 3-inch vice grip, and it is vintage. The 4-inch one sells for $300. So watch out for those. They can be very profitable. That one is going to be about a $25 profit. Another item sitting in the death pile for over a year that sold in under a week. Up next is a bowl, just a single bowl. This one is Majestic Wear by Oneida. I paid 50 cents for this one. It sold for $5.12, so it's about a $3.50 profit, and it did take over a year to sell. Took a while. So this is not something I would pick up again. Up next, so in addition to my scrubs that we listed, I also found a ton of scrubs while thrifting. So this is a set of Wonder Wink. This is another brand to be on the lookout for. This says Spread Good Cheer. I picked these up for $1 at the thrift store, and these sold for $10 in under a week. So they're about a $7 profit. Up next, this one is really, really cool. I bought this in a lot of stone items. Look at this cool pipe. It is an onyx carved pipe. This one I paid about $5. It sold for $25, so it's going to be about a $15 profit, and this one sold in about a month. Up next, so if you've watched me a while, you've probably seen some of these. This one is John Travolta. This is a print from 1977, and this one I got a whole book of these, not just John Travolta but other stars as well, for $5 years ago. So we still have over 10 of them left, so if you want a John Travolta print, we have plenty of them. That one sold for $6.82, so it's going to be about a $5 profit, but overall I've made hundreds. Up next, this is a really cute, it says Dixie Caverns. It's a little pin cushion. The tape measure does not work, unfortunately, so this one sold for $11.25. I only paid $1. It's going to be about an $8 profit, and it did take about 8 months to sell. Up next, I didn't think this would sell so fast. This actually sold in 2 days. It is a vintage long spatula, wooden handle. I am pennies into this. I got this in a big lot from an estate buyout. This one has been in the death pile a long time, sold in just a couple days for $16.24. So this one's going to be about a $13 profit, and it sold very, very fast. So watch for vintage kitchen tools. This one is not branded. The key to that is keywording your titles correctly so people can find those items. Up next is a single skein of yarn. Really pretty turquoise blue. This one is Bergère. It is in France. And I paid $20 at Salvation Army down in the Florida Keys for a whole bin of it. We have already made over $100 on it. This one sold for $6.49. So this one by itself is about a $5 profit. And then, speaking of that yarn, here is another set. This one was 8, and these sold for $32. So these are about a $25 profit. All of this yarn has only been listed a couple of weeks, so it's selling really fast. So the key for me with these was that they were wool. I'm trying to see where it says. So this one was actually mohair. So you can see the mohair down there. So if I see mohair, wool, alpaca, I typically pick them up. Can you guys see how fluffy? Really fluffy yarn. Really good sale, quick. So some yarn can be very, very profitable. Up next is something I've had for several years. That is this Agatha Christie pamphlet. I'm pennies in. It sold for $10.22. Again, 2 years, guys, 2 years. But this one's going to be about a $7 profit. Up next is a San Francisco music company little trinket music box. So the music box is on the top, and it's got a little trinket box. This one I picked up for $5 at an estate sale. It sold for $14, so it's about a $7 profit, and it took about 4 or 5 months to sell. Up next are 2 vintage embroidered pillowcases. These are super cool. These 2 sold for $12.99. I paid $1, so they're going to be about a $7 to $8 profit. And I actually just got in over 50 vintage aprons. So if you like aprons, I think I'm going to do an apron sale over on Whatnot. I will cut in here and show you some footage of those aprons. All right, so we're going to do the sale March 31st. I wanted to give you guys a preview of some of these aprons. Look, they are some 1920s, 1930s, 1940s, 1950s is what we have got. There are some absolutely adorable aprons in here. Lots and lots. Look at the stack. Look at the stack. So if you like vintage linens or vintage aprons, or if you're a reseller, we're going to start these all at $5. There's some full, some half, some smocks. Start them all $5 a piece on Whatnot. Go over, search the Nurse Flipper. You will find it. The show is already scheduled, so I look forward to seeing you there. So if you're interested in those, go bookmark that sale. It's bookmarked for over a week from now, so everybody can kind of follow, because normally I only sell jewelry on Whatnot, but we are going to try the vintage aprons, and we might do some vintage handkerchief lots as well. So make sure if you're not following us on Whatnot, go follow us on Whatnot. You can use my link to get $15 free as well if you're not signed up. So I hope to see you over on Whatnot. We are live there 5 days a week. 5 days a week. We will be live tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The only 2 days we take off are Tuesdays and Saturdays. Every other night you will find us on Whatnot. Up next is a Crown Ming sugar bowl. This one took over 2 years to sell. It sold for $10.23. I only paid pennies though, so this one's about a $7 to $8 profit. And then a little Longaberger handle gripper. So all this is just Velcro, and it wraps around the Longaberger handle. This one sold for $6.49. I'm less than $1 in, so this one's about a $4 to $5 profit, and it sold in only a couple of months. And then last on eBay, before we get to the other platform, this is a Harley Davidson women's shirt. I picked this up at a yard sale, and you can see the fleur-de-lis there. I did use that as a keyword for this. So this shirt I paid for, it sold for $13.80. So it's going to be about an $8 profit, and it sold in about 2 months. All right, now I'm going to show you what we sold on the other platform. Not a ton. We had about $80 combined on All Go Out, but that is extra sales money that we wouldn't have. So we do use List Perfectly. My code is the Nurse Flipper. If you want to try it out, you can get 30% off your first month. I will probably be doing a giveaway of a free month here in a week or two as well. So keep watching my What Solds to get entered into one of those. So let me show you what sold on Poshmark first. So first on Poshmark is this Pittsburgh Steelers hat. This one I picked up for $1. We haven't even had it listed just a couple of weeks. This one sold for $19 on Posh, so it's about a $13 profit. And then I was so happy this sold, and it sold for $19 because the comps didn't look great, but I thought it was too cool not to pick up. If you watch my Catch Treasure Hunting channel, if you're not subscribed yet, go check that out. It's all me thrifting. I picked up this really cool Airwalk shirt at Salvation Army down in the Keys. I paid $4. It sold for $19, so it's about a $10 profit, but I just thought it was a really cool shirt, and it sold pretty fast too. The only sale over on Mercari was this Bevan Bell. I accepted a best offer of $13. I'm only about $1 in, so this one's about a $9 to $10 profit. And watch for bells, because some bells can be super, super valuable. If you can get them cheap, you can research them after the fact. All right, the only item on Etsy is this tablecloth, and I actually found out through Google Lens this tablecloth was made to accompany Russell Wright dishes, which is one of my favorite as far as dinnerware. So this has a hole. It got returned on eBay because I refused to give them a big discount after I accepted a low offer. So it got returned. It sold in less than a week after being relisted on Etsy. Sold for $30. I only paid a couple dollars, so this one is about a $23 to $24 profit. All right, that is everything. I hope you've enjoyed this. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not. Go check out my Catch Treasure Hunting channel. Hope to see you on Whatnot later tonight. And all right, here's a preview for tonight for Whatnot. Look at these vintage beaded handbags. $2 start. $2 start on those. All of this jewelry. Look at this amazing enamel bird. There is this beautiful Premier hummingbird. There is some sterling silver root beer cameo. All of these pieces are going to be a $2 start tonight. And if you don't get to catch us tonight, we are live on Whatnot every day except for Tuesdays and either Saturday or Sunday. We take one weekend day off. So come and see us. All $2 starts on everything you see here. I hope to see you there. You can get a $15 off coupon if you use my link. And it's a fun time to hang out. So this is what will be available tonight, Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. I look forward to seeing you there. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.